silence that up. All right. We're live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. How's everybody doing this evening? Hell of an episode. We are on the road to Slamiversary, folks. And I gotta tell you, I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. It feels like everything on these shows has a purpose. There's no filler here. I mean, we got stuff that I gotta say that I'm not as into, but it's like everything has its place. I don't feel like when a segment starts like, I'm gonna get up and go get something. I'm on the edge of my seat for like most of the stuff that's happening in these episodes. You can just tell that everybody's giving 110% between production, the wrestlers, commentators, everything. But the commentating's a little goofy. For example, this is just off the top of my head. I had to make sure I quoted this properly. Was when Henry was assisting Katarina and Grado to the ring, and they were commenting on Henry's singing abilities. I'm going to piss myself laughing just thinking about it. Matthews said that Henry sounded like a cross between Fergie and Jesus. Oh my goodness. That one is I'm gonna have to write that one down, folks. That is gonna be one of. Should we start a segment called Josh Matthews Out of Nowhere? What do you think? New segment called Josh Matthews Out of Nowhere, and each week we'll just pick something that he says like during the episode that's like, what? I think we should do it. But before we dig too deep in here, I just want to remind you folks that there's more of this where they came from. Go check out the channel for more content on Impact, Lucha Underground, among other things like All In, some music ones I've been doing lately. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know that more of my content hits your screen. Oh my goodness. Like I said, what a crazy episode. The hype behind this week was real, folks. It was real. And I'm just going to kind of jump all over the place. I didn't take a lot of notes, so I've got some of the other things on another page here ready to just remind myself what all happened. Number one, this episode started out with the OGs coming out with King. And I love this feud. And like I said last week, I'm really torn on this. We're supposed to boo King because he attacked Conan and brought in Hernandez and Homicide, the OGs, the OG LAX. But man, the more I see them, I remember how much I loved them back in the earlier days of TNA Impact, whatever they called it. They kind of flopped around throughout the years. Now it's Impact Wrestling. By the way, anybody else calling it TNA nowadays, don't even pay attention to them. It is Impact Wrestling. This is not rocket science, okay? TNA dead and gone, all right? I'm not saying like the stuff from the past is bad. I'm just saying, get the brand right. It's Impact Wrestling, all right? So, but I know there's been a little confusion about that over the last couple of years, GFW and all that drama and everything, but it's Impact Wrestling. Quit calling it TNA. So everybody's booing King and Homicide and Hernandez. By the way, Hernandez looks twice as big as like the last time I saw him. He looks jacked again. He lost weight. Like, when did I see him? Oh, he was doing a lot of stuff for AAA over the course of the last year. Helping Cross down there, I think. I forget. He's been in and out. But he looks like he's back up to his super jacked, like his super max size that he was years ago. And well, shoot, he was just on Lucha Underground too. But man, I love seeing Hernandez and Homicide. I gotta admit, folks, and if you're with me on this, please tell me, because I don't want to feel like I'm the only one that feels this way. Don't get me wrong. I love Conan, and I love what the current LAX has been doing over the course of the last year to 2 years in Impact Wrestling, trying to build that brand and build the tag division one step at a time. I mean, their tag division went from 2 tag teams going at it over the course of a few months, and then they're add this team, they add this team, they add this team, they add this team. Now their tag division is pretty solid. I mean, they're focusing on the whole LAX thing with the tag titles now. By the way, the match for Slamiversary has been set. It's a 5150. The hell is it? It's a 5150 street fight for the tag team titles. D-Rocks is in the chat this evening. Hello. Tell me I'm wrong about Tessa versus Shotzi. I'm getting to that, dude. I'm getting to it. You're wrong. No, I'm kidding. Wrong about what? What are you saying? Are you saying it was a good match? Because if you're saying it was a good match, I'm going to agree with you. The main event was insane. But leading up to that, my match of the episode was Shotzi Black, her debut, by the way, versus Allie. Oh my goodness. That was a hell of a debut for Shotzi Black. Now, I like Shotzi Black. I've seen her. Okay, this is, some of these new faces that's popping up on the UK scene, like, getting a little more mainstream attention between NXT UK and WOS, and now the women that are showing up on Rise with Impact Wrestling. Shotzi Black is one of them. Okay, I saw her on Flow Slam like a year ago for I always screw this up, and I apologize. It's no disrespect meant. I always screw up Shine and Shimmer. Okay, they're both all women companies. I forget which one was on Full Slam. D-Rocks. No, I'm saying that Tessa is facing Tessa for the Phoenix at Slamiversary. I still haven't heard anything about that. Tessa's facing, oh, you mean Tessa's facing Shotzi. I still haven't, I need to look that up. I still haven't heard anything. From what I've heard, Tessa is facing Allie at Slamiversary. In fact, they just announced it tonight after Tessa attacked Allie after this match with Shotzi. But man, yeah, that debut from Shotzi, and I tell you, it's a shame she's injured, because after this match, wow, even losing to Allie, there's no shame in that. She had a hell of a match. I'll talk all night about her. No, I really can't, but just congrats, Shotzi. And I hope that once you're better, you appear more for Impact Wrestling. So hopefully, I don't know how bad it is. I haven't heard any details. I will try to keep you up to par when I hear something. All I heard is that the night of the Rise of the Knockouts show on Twitch, it was supposed to be Shotzi Black versus the champ, Delilah Doom, I believe her name was. That's the Rise, the Phoenix champ. And both got injured within a week of each other. Same injury, broken ankle or something to that effect. I might be a little wrong on that, but it's same injury or something. Her injury is kayfabe. Well, hey, if she shows up at Slamiversary, hey, that's awesome. But you know, I'll do some more research on it. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm not saying you're lying, but we'll see. Okay. But hey, because hey, you know, if they pull a fast one and surprise that, and like, could you imagine that? Tesla bringing the Rise Championship to Slamiversary, and then have like a 2-way or a 3-way for it, and Shotzi Blackheart shows up, like, you know, limping or something. That'd be incredible. I would like that. It's a rumor. Okay. Did you start this rumor? No, I'm just kidding, D-Rocks. All right. So, but nonetheless, tremendous debut from Shotzi Blackheart. And then, like I said, the attack from Tessa. And, yeah, I can't wait to see Tessa versus Allie. Tessa's really going to go far. I mean, I like a lot of the women in the Knockouts division. I like Taya. I like Tessa. You know, are probably my 2 top favorites. Oh, the reason I'm saying this is nobody saw her get hurt. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what happens. But anyways, let's move on. The match between Eli Drake and Grado, you know, started out with the humorous comment from Josh Matthews with Henry getting in the ring. I saw, and I apologize, I don't remember who I'm quoting here or paraphrasing. I saw someone during Impact on Twitter say something to the effect of there's Drake, as he was leaving the ring after he beat Grado, was talking to Hendry and Katarina, and the fact that Hendry was getting in Eli Drake's face, and the look on Katarina's face, and you couldn't even hear a word they were saying. It was all done with body language, and it told a story. And what's really funny is what Josh Matthews says is, oh, maybe we can get them all on a show and discuss this. So I'm like, okay, maybe next week, to go home before Slamiversary, they're going to be put on, what the hell, the show with Eli Drake. The dummy show where he's got the button. I can't think of what they call it. Senile moment. I apologize. Hey, Diet Cherry Pepsi tonight here, folks. Can't blame it on anything else. Yeah. So, but yeah, I can see something comical, you know, like that going on. Get them all in the ring to discuss this and accusing. And I mentioned this. I could see like something going on, you know, like when they first introduced Hendry, Joe Hendry, and say, you know, okay, put a ref between Joe and Grado and have it revolve around Katarina. That'd be perfect. Be a little comedy, along with a great introduction to someone new. And then Eli Drake comes out looking, you know, squeaky clean. Hell yeah. Um, Now, it was announced that he is sticking around with Impact Wrestling. I have not heard how long, but this is still good news. I'm still a little nervous about how long, because there's a lot of people jumping ship to WWE. And hey, if they can do better for themselves over there, I'd miss them, especially someone like Eli Drake, because he is a phenomenal part of Impact Wrestling. He's been champ a few times. No, one time. But he's as far as pound for pound promos, wrestling, he is one of the best guys, talent wise, top to bottom, inside out, round for Impact Wrestling. So we'll see. There's nothing really big set up for him for Slamiversary. So maybe post Slamiversary, he'll get a fresh start, build on something. Maybe someone new will show up. He'll start a feud with someone new. We'll have to see. But yeah, this whole thing between Joe Hendry and Katarina and Grado, it's a nice little dose of comedy. Comedy, suspense. Do we call it suspense? I don't know. Dare I say, love triangle? Maybe, I don't know. Let's see the promos. A lot of little promos talking about the build up to Slamiversary. The stuff with Tommy and Eddie. It's classic, like ECW stuff. They're gonna have a House of Hardcore match, I believe it is, at Slamiversary. I can't wait to see that. And I've said this before. How much longer is a guy like Tommy Dreamer going to keep performing in the ring? He's said this year that he knows he's knocking on the door at the end of his career. So every time he gets in the ring now for something big, especially for something like this, at a big event, big anniversary for Impact Wrestling, where he wants to contribute and do something special, something hardcore, this could be it for him, folks. So, and it's speculation. It's speculation with a ton of respect. Okay? It's with a ton of respect thrown in his direction and towards Eddie, because I love the feud. I love how it went from Callahan and Eddie Edwards and then switched to Tommy. As in, Tommy intervened with Eddie's wife, Alicia. I think that's what her name is. And now she's staying with Tommy, and oof. Oh, I'm kidding. That's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty. I apologize. Tommy's reaction. You think I'm fucking your wife? Have you seen me? Yeah, Tommy, you're hot shit. No. Half his age is twice as hot. Kid Rock quote. Good song. Go check it out. Good stuff. It's a great divorce song. So yeah, getting psyched for that. Let's see here. I know I'm jumping, skipping over stuff. Oh, okay. Here we go. The Killer Cross promo, wicked as hell. The lighting, and it's going into, dare I say, old. I'll call it old school Cross, because from what I've been watching him over the past 2 to 3 years, he's been doing this pay the toll man gig, and now he's bringing it to Impact Wrestling. It's the same stuff. It's just more eyes on it now, and I love it. It's great. just keep watching, folks. Trust me. Killer Cross over the course of the next year, assuming he stays with Impact Wrestling, he's gonna flip the company on its head, folks. Whether he gets into a faction with like I was predicting that he may do what he did in AAA. He may form an alliance with Johnny Impact Mundo, like he did in AAA with Taya. And the three of them just run roughshod over Impact Wrestling over the course of a year, and Johnny Impact becomes champ, and crosses the Muscle, and Taya becomes women's champ, and they become like the power trio couple, whatever. I am patiently waiting for something like that because Johnny's one of my favorites. Hell, he's at Lucha Underground. He was down in Mexico. He's all over the place. He's in Aero Lucha. He's on this. I think he's also going to be on MLW. He's everywhere. It's awesome. I love it. I wasn't thrilled with the sorry, get my screens straight here. Just keeping an eye on the chat just in case anybody wants to chime in. I wasn't this is going to sound horrible. My only constructive criticism, and it's not really even criticism, it's just because I'm not really feeling it. I've been trying to get, okay, don't get me wrong. I love Aries, okay? Milwaukee. I always support the Milwaukee guys. Heel, face, whatever. You know, Anderson, supported him, still do. Now he's got his own wrestling school up in Minnesota somewhere. Traitor. Okay. He's not in Green Bay. But yeah, so yeah, Ciampa, top of the game at NXT, top heel in the company, in my opinion. But yeah, so I'm excited for Aries. He's on the top of Impact Wrestling. He's the champ, and I'm excited that he's going to headline Slamiversary, but I don't feel like, how do I say this? And I love Moose. I think he's a great up-and-comer. And I've said this before, but I just don't feel like Moose has been on that big of an upswing to where it's like, oh man, this guy's hot. Give him a championship shot. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just, and even with D'Angelo, they call him DW, D'Angelo Williams showing up. And that was cool. That was an entertaining segment. Aries controlled that promo, which is fine. He's a promo guy. He's incredible at promos. No matter who, he picked apart D'Angelo Williams, barely let him get a word in edgewise, and just chewed him down to the core. It was awesome. It's like, okay, when Aries is that good, it's like, oh, I can't boo him. I can't. I love the guy. He's so good. For me, it's like, okay, we don't have CM Punk in wrestling right now, but I always felt like Aries and Punk were like this. Great promo guys, incredible ring technicians. Okay? So I always felt like they were like neck and neck. Like Aries was over here doing his stuff, Punk was over here doing his stuff, but they were still just as good. But now Punk's not around for now. I don't know what I'm talking about. And Aries is over here, and he's just killing it. But I don't know. I'm just not excited. I'll add this, okay? I'll add this to it and see if this makes sense. It's not hating on anyone. I'm just not that excited about it. I feel like there's other things going on in Impact Wrestling that are going to supersede the hype of the match between Aries and Moose. That's what I'm feeling right now. Okay. Like, for example, this stuff between the tag division, the what do they call them? The OGs, old school LAX between and the new school LAX in a 5150 street fight for the tag titles. That match is gonna tear the house down. We've seen what the new school, as in the younger guys, Santana and Ortiz, we've seen what they can do. It's ridiculous. It's incredible. Now put them in the ring with some OGs, Hernandez and Homicide. Good night. Could be tag team match of the year. You never know. And then you've got the stuff that's going on with Pentagon and Callahan. If you missed Callahan's conference today, go listen to it. It's entertaining. Of course, if you're not a fan of Callahan, then you're not going to feel it. What Callahan's been doing over the course of the last few years, and especially in Impact Wrestling, it's phenomenal. Agent's in the chat. Good evening, Agent. 0012. Killer Cross is going to hurt someone at the pay-per-view. I am not going to tell you you're wrong on that. It's going to dump the whole damn roster on their head. I have a small prediction for that. I'll get to it in a minute. Now that you brought that up, now I got a little thing in the back of my head I want to get rid of. Because I'm sick. But yeah, like, I feel like Callahan is so good. He's creating moments, and it started with the Eddie Edwards thing, the accident with the baseball bat to the face. It started with that, and they ran with that, and everyone went, holy shit, what's going on in Impact Wrestling? What did Callahan do to this other guy? This other guy. Poor Eddie Edwards. The other guy. I'm kidding. And it just grew from there. And then it switched over from Eddie to Tommy. And now Sammy's focusing on Pentagon because they're doing stuff in other companies. Like, I think it's PCW out in California. I think that's where it is. And they've been cutting promos on each other, or Callahan has at least, and he's saying, he basically said stuff in that company that he said in the teleconference today. And he's like, Pentagon's riding my coattails all over these different companies, you know, follow me from place to place. I can't shake them. So, and that's a beautiful thing. That's like, wow, that's something you don't hear a lot. It's like both these guys are killing it everywhere they're going. Impact Wrestling, Lucha Underground, MLW, and wherever else they're all going, a million different places. Impact Wrestling is interested in Kimberly. I would not be surprised. She's part of the Rise girls, Rise Knockouts. In fact, most of those girls that were on that special, I would love to see as a part of Impact Wrestling. Mercedes Martinez, I believe her name is. Saraya Knight was on there. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Paige's GM over here and her mom's over in Impact Wrestling. That'd be sick. That'd be pretty funny. What was I talking about? OVE. Callahan. You distracted me, kid. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, like, I feel like the mask versus hair thing, just from like the matches that they're having building up to this, like the 3-on-3 tonight. Good night. Good night. That was amazing. Jake, no, I always get these two confused. David's the one with the dark hair. Jake's the one in the red and the blonde hair. That cutter that Jake did to Swan, and he's done this before. That's like his new shtick. He's going to kill himself doing that. But what an... Her mom still wrestles. That's nuts. Yeah, it is nuts. You are correct, sir. Just everything about this match, the three-way, was absolutely freaking incredible. The pile drivers, the super, what do they call it? The superplexes to the outside of the ring on top of everyone, the aerial moves. Good night. What started the match? The super kick party. Everybody, you get a super kick. You get a super kick. You get a super kick. Everybody got super kicks. It was crazy. How old is she, by the way? Okay. I'm an older guy. I've been around a while. I'm going to give you a little lesson on women. Tune in, folks. You don't ask older women their age. Just Google it, okay? Just Google it. Just Wikipedia that shit, okay? Don't sit on Twitter and be like, "Hey, Saraya Knight, how old are you?" Don't do it. And by the way, oh, I know that. Okay. Well, just in case you didn't. If you have not seen the match that Saraya Knight had with Jiminy Christmas, Su Yung for the Impact Women's the Knockouts Championship. Dear God. Maybe this time for a beer and a nightcap. Go watch the match between Su Yung and Saraya Knight at the Rise thing. It's on the Twitch Impact channel. It's great stuff. Saraya Knight, should I say it out loud? Put it in the chat. Saraya Knight is 46. She's only a couple years older than me. And still jumping off buildings and hanging bitches. Oh my God, he said hanging bitches. Yes, I did. So, and I suppose I should, and speaking of Su Yung, I should talk about the last part, the interview that went wrong. By the way, I hope, I can't think of her name. I can't remember her name. She's got the Ambi. She's the new interviewing girl on there. Her YouTube channel is called Ambi, the brunette. By the way, she's been doing a great job. And if you haven't seen her YouTube channel, go look her up. She's doing great. She did a wonderful job in this during the Windsor tapings. And I hope to see more of her. But I know she's a Canadian girl, so they did the tapings up there, did a lot of interview segments, and so hopefully, I don't know, they kind of go all over the place. Do some tapings down in Florida. Now they're doing some stuff up in Canada. I heard Alicia Tout. Thank you, D-Rocks. Spunky little girl. A lot of charisma. You can tell she loves what she's doing. I think she's got to tone it down just a little bit because I think she's like, so excited about what she's doing, and I think it gives it away a little bit. I think she's got to just dial it back just a little bit if she does anything. But she's doing great. She really is. Great addition to Impact Wrestling. She can work in the USA. Yeah, I hope she can. Oh, that's right. She was excuse me, my goodness. Oof. Between beer and Pepsi. You're so professional. I know. she was in the Chicago area for Rise tapings recently, and she did a bunch of interviews for her YouTube channel. So there you go. So yeah, she's been in the U.S. There you go. The stuff between Madison, trying to segue into Sue Young and Madison Rain. I like, that the interview went awry, and then they threw a little supernatural stuff in there with Madison Rain was surrounded by the Undead Brides gang. She was at WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans. Oh, okay, cool, very cool. I like the segment, and it ends up at the end. Sue Young said it's you're what the hell does she say? She did the John Cena thing. No, that's not it. Your time is up, something like that. Where she said it in a low demonic voice, and then went, So it was like, oh, freaky. I like it. I like the fact that they've got like just a regular feud, two girls kicking ass like Tessa and Allie, and then they got something supernatural-ish, kind of digs from the old school Undertaker vibe. I love it. I don't feel like it's, she's copying. Hell no, stop. Shut up. They're doing something different. It's character work. It's building storylines, and Impact Wrestling is doing a tremendous job at it. A great job. Let me just double check. Come on, mouse. Is there anything else I want to touch on? Nothing else really. Oh, who is the mysterious new knockout? I've talked a little bit about this last week. Scarlett. I heard it's Scarlett Bordeaux, I believe. D-Rock says, by the way, Saraya Knight is the mother of the Undead Bride, and Sue Young used to work for FWC. Undead. Well, I know Saraya Knight is the mother of Paige, and Paige has two brothers. Beyond that, I don't know anything about any other kids that they have. It's a possibility. I have to just Google that. But anyways, yeah. I'd be real. Oh, FCW. Oh, okay. It'd be interesting to see who all these Undead Bride girls are. I saw one of them on Twitter, and I think I gave her a follow. I couldn't tell you who it was. I found it like accidentally. But yeah, it's good stuff. I love the Sue Young stuff. The little supernatural. Sue Young is an incredible character. The whole twitching, it's almost got like an old school, like, I don't know, like an old Marilyn Manson video or something. It's cool. It's quirky. It's awesome. I dig it. That is about it. I don't think there was anything else I was gonna. Next week I heard Cross is going to go against Petey Williams next week. And I assumed that they were just going to do a slow build. Like, it's not one of the bigger things at Slamiversary. It's just kind of like a lower card thing. Dare I say, like a pre-show match. I shouldn't say that about, oh my God, Killer, he's going to kill me for saying that. If I'm not around next week, it's because Cross came to my house and killed me for saying that. I apologize. I apologize if you're watching this. That was a horrible, horrible thing to say. I apologize. Did I mention that I apologize? All right. So like I said, I assumed that they were going to do this at Slamiversary. It's happening on the Go Home show. So that makes you really wonder what Cross has in store for Slamiversary a few days later up in Canada. With the big four-way that they're not talking a lot about, but it's still one of the big, like, it's got that, what do they say? International, the new knockout is Summer Rae. No, it's not Summer Rae. Definitely not Summer Rae. Yeah, I'd say there's about a 1% chance of that. I did hear something about Summer Rae, though, recently. I don't remember what it was. Some news bit. But no. Oh, I've also heard other opinions that the new girl is Eva Marie. No. No. Stop that. Don't you dare wish that. Yeah, beautiful? Yes. Keep her away from the ring, though. Agent says, I miss it too, and Cross is going to dive bomb Petey on his head. Yes, he is. He is going to destroy Petey. Okay, so there's the big four-way at Slamiversary. Phoenix, Rich Swann, the Bone Soldier, Ishimori. Very interesting, because that's got like New Japan ties there. Like quiet little New Japan ties, because they actually call him Bullet Club Bone Soldier. That's a New Japan thing. So that's kind of interesting. I don't want to like run with that, though. I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, let's see if it develops into anything, is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm not going to go on a crazy spree with that. Just interesting that he's going back and forth. And Johnny Impact. I still want to call him Johnny Mundo. It's just a thing. I feel like what I would like to see happen, and I'll probably repeat this next week too, depending on how the go home show goes. I would like to see Cross interfere in the four-way and start an alliance with Johnny Impact. Like maybe they'll do a last minute, okay, this match now has big after effects to it. Like the four guys are fighting for something. And Cross helps Johnny Impact win. That's what I would like to see. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch some of the Cross stuff from down in AAA when he used to help Johnny Mundo down there keep all of his championships. It was quite the time. It was last summer. Yeah, before they all left AAA. About Velvet Sky. Oh, not Taylor Hendricks. No, Velvet Sky. No, it's not Velvet Sky. Young Bucks might be at Slamiversary. Young Bucks versus LAX at All In. That'd be interesting. I doubt Young Bucks are going to be at Slamiversary, but hey, you never know. I feel like we're going to get at least one or two surprises at Slamiversary. What? I don't know. We'll see. Wrestling Royalty returns. Who's Wrestling Royalty? You got to refresh my memory on that one. Quick, we're going to wrap this up. But hey, so yeah, the build up for everything going on for Slamiversary has been Sarah Del Rey works for NXT. She's the head trainer for the women in NXT. Sarah Del Rey is not coming to Impact Wrestling. Volker. Oh, Wrestling Roy. Oh, Taya Valkyrie. Yeah, Lucha. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Taya Valkyrie, Mundo, and Cross. Yes, I would love to see those three in as like a power triple whatever, couple triple play stable I haven't said that in a while. A new stable in Impact Wrestling. So yeah, good stuff. Can't wait till the go home thing next week. Should be hot. And you know, sometimes go homes aren't that good. But I'm still very vested in Slamiversary. Tessa turns face. I don't know about that one. Anyways, she's too good as a heel right now. You know, that's a cocky heel thing. She's doing good with that. We'll see. So yeah, I'm stoked. Oh, what did someone say? Said Slamiversary is going to be better than Extreme Rules. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I don't remember who said that on Twitter. It's someone who follows me closely and like, you know, likes, shares, comments, stuff. Yeah, I'm so not interested in what's going on in Extreme Rules because there's like nothing extreme going on. Oh, wait, there's a cage match. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I sound like I'm trolling WWE then. I'm just not interested at all. I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll watch the show. I haven't watched in weeks. Maybe I'll watch the pay-per-view because there's usually good matches at the pay-per-view. I could care less. It's because no Banks and Bailey have no good faces. And Rosemary is out till December. Yeah, Rosemary's out. She was at the Rise show, but she was more of a manager with the I can't think of what the name of that tag team that won at the Rise event. Those two girls. One's from around here or the Chicago area. Melanie Cruz, the bigger of the two girls. Phenomenal. Met her a few years ago at a GFW show. All right, I've rambled enough. I'm getting out of here. He's not even drunk. He won't shut up. Thank you for everyone tuning in this evening. A little later than usual. Had some family stuff I was taking care of. My wife is leaving town for a while. Sorry. Just kidding. So we had family coming in and families going with my wife down south. So was taking care of that stuff. That's why I'm like not as loud as usual. Sleeping in the next room. So yeah, if you're new, please go check out some other stuff on the channel. If you dig Impact reviews, if you like my Impact reviews, there's Lucha Underground stuff, there's music stuff, there's all-in stuff that I've done recently. And don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button. Folks, my original goal at the start of the summer, I said I would like to hit 500 by the end of the year. The way the subs have been rolling in, I mean, it's still a trickle effect, but it's consistent. We're up to 485 right now. And it's a huge and humble thank you. I feel like the channel's really starting to pick up some steam now. And so my goal now is to hit 500 by the end of the summer, a few months, and to hit 1,000 by next summer. That's my goal. Hell, I might even hit it by Christmas. No, I don't want to. I don't want to get cocky. I don't want to sound cocky. It's a goal. I'd like to get the channel monetized. It would bring a little success to the channel because lucky me, YouTube took that away from me. So just trying to build. Agent, thank you. And thank you to everyone who tuned into the chat this evening. Yes, D-Rocks, Paradise Lost. That's right. That is the name of the team. So I said, yeah, smash that like, smash the sub, ring that bell for notifications. And thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If you didn't catch all this, if you tuned in partway through, oh my goodness. No more Pepsi for me tonight, folks. Damn. He's so gassy. I know. Get up some Tums. Shut up. Tune in to rantwithant.com. The rest of this will be up there momentarily as soon as I'm done here. Good night, folks. That's it. Take care.